Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast. First and foremost, happy A-Day. I didn't go to work today. I decided to take a me day. I call it A-Day. So since I got up at the normal work time, I figured I'd go ahead and do a quick little video and then do the rest of the stuff I want to do today, which is nothing work-like. It's all fun stuff. So first thing, I finally got some common drones. I had to put this one in the desert because it was one of those, it needed a hostile bee. I figured I'd set it up over here while I was refining a little bit of oil into refined fuel. We're going to go home, but first, I have a marshy queen. If anybody happens to know what kind of flowers they need, right now it's not daytime obviously, but the other note was the bees can't find the kind of flowers they need, and it said it needed vines from what I read online, but here they are, and I don't know what gives. So if you happen to know, please let me know. The consensus seems to be that we need to move, so we're going to do that. I'm going to find a few places. I will make waypoints for them, and then I'll show you guys in a video, and then I'll let you guys pick. I also got an offer to become a partner and monetize my channel, which I have never really considered because I just do this for fun. And really the only reason I would ever monetize would be if I wanted to like run a server. I'd use that that monetization revenue to pay for the server. So I'm not saying that I am going to run a server, but let me know your thoughts on partnership and monetization. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I thought I'd get your input as well. So I've been doing some reading about bees. Today we're going to make a carpenter and a beealyzer. I found a couple more apiaries in a village way over there. And we have some honeycomb. And I also need to make a centrifuge today. That's what I can't forget. But from what I gather, let me turn down the blazes a little bit. From what I gather, you get your meadow and forest drones. Those are your typical bees. Well, then you breed those until you get common bees, and the common bees are where you need to start so you can make the cultivated branch, which is, I think that's the first thing you need. So what we need to do is we need to combine a common princess with a meadow drone or forest drone to get cultivated bees. And I have a couple of common drones here, and I'm gonna save them. But I want to take this common princess and I want to put her with the meadow drone and see if we get some cultivated bees. The apiary chest, or the apiarist chest, you put all your bees, and then I'm not sure what this means. I have no idea, honestly. But that's what I hope to learn. Probably not today because this is going to take a long time. There are a million branches of bees. There are a million types of bees. It's crazy. And I'm just going to go ahead and let these guys work like they have been. So let's make our beealyzer. We have to make a carpenter to do that. Let me go ahead and throw this apiary down. And I have the bee page. I was reading on, some dude made a little bee primer on the Minecraft forum. I'll definitely link that in the description. We need to get cultivated bees. It's the basis for most of the rest of the branches. The other ones I'm interested in, the demonic branch. You have to do those in the nether, and the industrious branch, which we have to have a cultivated princess and a common drone to make those. And they make stringy combs, which make propolis. Pick a pronunciation. And that stuff I believe we can turn into the stuff to make the silky stuff to upgrade our backpacks. I'm not sure on that. We'll figure it out. So we need to make some sturdy casing, which project table that I put it on. We're going to need a lot of bronze for that. I'm going to go ahead and make as much bronze as I can. Because I have a feeling if we make any more forestry machines, we're going to need it anyway. And let me see, I think I need a couple of pieces of glass or something for this, and a couple more pieces of, yeah, bunch of bronze for the forestry stuff. I had also been considering wherever we move, I want to like automate the hell out of forestry, and I want to try to make like a wheat farm, and then use that wheat to make hummus for the tree farm, and then use that to make or use the saplings or wood or something to make something for something else, and just have it all kind of be like the circle of life, the forestry circle of life. That's what we're going to call the project. I just came up with that right now. Let me know what you think. I think it's kind of cheesy, but that's okay. But I kind of want to do that just to see if I can do it, since we have plenty of resources. And then if we get enough, running out of lava, if we get enough extra saplings, we can turn them into biofuel or something and run a like a liquid firebox for a steam boiler. I saw the problem of turning the engines on and off with structure pipe. Basically same thing as before, can store energy, send a redstone signal, so when there's nothing on here, they're not running. I don't really like it, but it works okay for now for what it is. So let's put this thing, and this is probably gonna, whoa, didn't want to put that there. It's probably gonna turn everything on as soon as we put it on the pipe, if it even connects to that. It does. Forestry machines suck up a lot of juice. Whether they're working or not, I'm not sure if this one does, but we'll find out shortly. And what do we want to make? We want to make a beealyzer. Redstone tin. Forgot the redstone and tin. And I think I'm going to need some water as well. A lot of the forestry machines require water to work. So there's a chick named Floristar. I'm pretty sure it's a chick. And I think that she's like the queen bee, so to speak. And she knows a lot about bees, and I think she does videos about them. I'm gonna watch her, see if I can figure some stuff out, or kind of like, you know, get my feet in the water. Because I guess once you get your bees going, and once you get the right kinds of bees, like they'll make you know, minerals and stuff, or ores or whatever. So let's see, it was like this. You have to left click. You cannot right click the carpenter. You just left click and then you put your material down here. I always make that mistake. I'm sure other people do also. Wasn't that the recipe? 10 redstone, glass panes. Maybe because there's no water in it yet. Water. There we go. Look at that. Missing resources. Maybe it needs, probably needs some more water. Let's put more water in. There we go. Look at that. Bam. Here comes the beealyzer. I don't know how this thing works. I've never made it. I haven't played around with it at all. So we're going to find out. Hopefully it's worthwhile since it costs a diamond. And we better get something from these damn bees. That's all I'm saying. While that was cooking, I should have made the centrifuge. So let's look up the recipe for that. I've never made one of those either. Of course it's more... this one's just copper and a sturdy casing. So that's no problem. I think I left my glass upstairs. Alright, Beealyzer. So I guess I have to actually put a bee in this thing. So before we do that, let me get rid of this thing. And I'm going to go ahead and take that off of there because I don't want those engines to keep running. See, they're turning yellow. Part of the reason I figured I'd go ahead and refine that fuel over there and put it in portable tanks was so I could bring the combustion engines back once it's all refined and use that for on-demand things. I really like to use those engines for that. Each of them has an aqueous, or not each of them, but I have an aqueous accumulator down there for the two of them, and it's right underneath them, so we'll go back over there in a minute and hopefully they didn't blow up. Alright, centrifuge. Let's get some more water because we'll probably need it. Let's check on the bees. And I've been breeding them steadily, you know, since I did the last video until today. I've been breeding the hell out of them. And it took me like a day to get a common anything. And apparently the common bees all produce honeycomb, so it shouldn't be a problem anymore. I did make some frames, and it's just a regular frame. You take a piece of string and put 8 sticks around it, kind of like the opposite of the canvas. I think I have it right here, yeah. So that makes it an untreated frame. I don't know how to treat them or if you can treat them, but you know, maybe we can. I heard that one of them you can only get from villagers. So I'm going to take all of the honeycomb we have. And you can also pipe bees in and out and pull the honeycomb out automatically. So I want to dabble in that, but I think at some point you kind of have to intervene because I'm not sure what kind of bees are going to be bred from what other kind of bees. So if I set up any kind of sorting rules, there's no telling what's going to happen. It could be, damn it, it could be very ridiculous. Alright, there we go. Centrifuge. Oh, it doesn't need water. It just goes. And we got beeswax and honey drop, which is awesome because I don't know if this comes from every single comb or if there's only a chance that it comes from certain ones and not others. But it looks like we're getting a fair amount. So let's hit U on honey drop. Nothing. I guess it won't let me do it in this interface. I think we can make mead or something. Honey drop. Left click. There's our recipe. Right click. We can use it to make catalyst, which is nice. Iodine capsule. No idea what that's for. Glistering melon. Honeydew and honey drop. Honeyed slice. Stamps. No idea what the honey pot's for either. So it's mostly for forestry stuff, which is cool because, you know, it's a forestry thing. And then what else did we get from that? Was it beeswax? Let's see what we can do with that. Pipe waterproof. Wax capsules could come in handy if we end up having a ton of this stuff. Torches, wax cast. I think you can use it to make candles at some point. Wax cast goes in the thermionic fabricator to make, oh cool, stained glass. We've got to get some sticky propolis first. Propolis. That's another word I'll probably mispronounce each time, or I'll say it differently each time. Well, I know that you get that from bees somehow. So let's let that run for a second. We'll run outside. Hopefully there aren't any bad guys around. That one's still going. That one's still going. Nothing in that one. Some of them don't work at night. Let me sleep. I want those guys to be working as much as possible. So I've only just gotten the first bee that we can turn into other things, and it's already taken up so much time. So like I said in the last episode, this is definitely something that could take a ton of time. So let's grab a forest princess, a meadow princess. I think the modest queen was the one that needed to go in the desert, so I think we need to... What do I do with that other apiary? I lost an apiary. How the hell do you do that? I think the modest queen was the one that required the harsh environment. And no, I didn't. I brought it back. That's right. My bad. So let's run back over to the desert. I want to set up the modest ones again. Just because. And let's put them with one of these guys. Just to see what happens. And I probably ought to turn this other thing off because it's going to probably blow up the system. I need one of those apiary backpacks. That's what I need. Probably get to that at some point. Alright, I have both of the machines. I just want these things to be as useful as possible as soon as possible. Oh, looks like I blew up pipe. No big deal. Not really worried about it since everything's done anyway. So these guys need cactus nearby, which is why I had that thing right here. So let's beealyze them first. We'll put that one in here. Oh, I have to put provide honey or honeydew. Will that work? Oh yeah, cool. So if I put that marshy one in here, it should tell me what kind of flowers it needs. So that's awesome. So we're going to learn something right now. Are you ready? Okay, marshy queen. So this is what the honey drops are going to be good for. I guess when you click on it, it feeds it to the bee. It needs mushrooms. Okay, well that makes sense. I tried to place a mushroom near it, but it wouldn't place, which is why they're in my inventory. This one also has to have a clear view of the sky. So let's move it. There were some mushrooms over here. I don't know if they're still... There's one. Let's try it right here and see what happens. Oh, I guess after I beealyze them, it tells me what they need. Alright, warm, damp. Bees are flying. Outstanding. Okay. We put a torch right there so we remember where that is. And so I guess once I beealyze a bee, it tells me on the mouse over, and those are obviously nocturnal. I didn't beealyze that one yet, so that's pretty cool. We'll put her in there. And it kind of tells you what they need, but that's really awesome. So let's beealyze these other two just for the hell of it. Meadows, flowers. I don't really think there's much to these guys. since they're just like the basic bees you get as drops, and they look like they're interchangeable. And that's a cactus one. So that's a hybrid bee. Slowest worker, shorter life. See, that's good to know because I need to know what's fast and what's slow. So that is pretty cool. Since we're here, I'm going to take these and I'm going to pick up my accumulator and all these pipes and stuff. We'll just put those machines in here. What else can go in there? Definitely can't put that in there. Don't need the ender pouch right now. And I better bring my gates back too. So I'll bring a few portable tanks as well. Go ahead and put them in the engines, set those up so that we can use them on demand with some of these forestry things we're going to be making for the bees. And let me see how long I've been at this. Looks like about 20 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it up pretty quick. I don't think I need these flowers. I can put them out here in this chest. So we got another common princess and a common drone. So I need to keep putting the common princess with a meadow or forest drone until I get a cultivated bee. So I'm going to do that over and over and over and over and over. Because after we get cultivated bees, then we can do other stuff. I'm not sure why some of these guys don't stack. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm going to save the common drones because I'm not really sure what exactly they're for. Maybe we can beealyze one. So the active is common. So if I put this one with a meadow princess, which we didn't beealyze yet, I guess I gotta take him out of there. So if we look at this, active is meadows and inactive, and you know the whole Mendel thing. I think that if I breed one of these with the meadow princess who has the modest bee as an active trait, I think this guy will actually, the offspring will be produced will just be regular modest, not modest, yeah, like a meadow or the other one. All this bee stuff is going to be it's going to be really confusing. But I'm going to keep doing the thing like I said with the common princess with a meadow drone so I can get the cultivated bee. In the meantime, these always produce honeycombs, so we're going to have a steady supply of this. So I'm going to have enough honey drops to beealyze everything. And then once I get a couple more, you know, common princesses from breeding the forest and the meadow guys, then maybe we can increase production. So hopefully some of that made sense. I'll put a link to the little thing I was reading in the description so you guys can check it out. And it's really easier if you read it and then reread it and then you kind of get into it. So let me know what you guys think about the monetization thing, and I think that was it. I'm going to run around later, see if I can find a couple of potential new homes, and then I don't know if it'll be the next video or the one after that. We'll take a look at however many I find, and then I'll let you guys pick what we do. We'll just do like majority decision. We're doing okay on UU matter, I think. But let me see what's happening in here. Yeah, one recycler's keeping up for the most part right now. I'm running the quarry pretty slowly, so that's good. So I think that's going to do it for this episode. As always, questions, comments, suggestions, please leave them down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.